Well, National Cancer Survivors Day is celebrated on the first Sunday in June, which is June 1st. Now, the day is to recognize and celebrate the lives of cancer survivors. And joining us now is Steve Howard, a blood cancer survivor. First off, Steve, thank you for being here. We appreciate that.
My pleasure.
You received the news nearly 10 years ago. Walk us through your story, and if you can, tell us, how did you know that you had blood cancer?
Well, my story started about 8 years ago.
Okay.
It was August of 17.
Okay.
So I just went and got my normal yearly physical. No, nothing, didn't think anything was wrong, just got my normal physical. About 2 or 3 days later, I get a call from my care provider, Colleen, and she said, your blood counts don't look good. She said, so we're going to schedule you just to come back in a couple weeks and we'll retest them, no worries.
Yeah, yeah.
2 hours later, I get a call saying, you've got an appointment tomorrow at Rocky Mountain Cancer. That's how my whole journey began.
Wow, wow.
So,
how did you stay mentally strong through this process? I mean, it's tough.
it's brutal.
Yeah, yeah.
I've said a zillion times, you learn a lot about yourself, your family, your friends. And a lot of stuff you learn is it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
You make a lot of new friends, you're in this new great club, the Cancer Club, which sucks.
Right.
But everybody has a cancer story.
Right, right. We were talking a little bit about the treatment that you went through. So you had this blood cancer diagnosis.
Yes.
What was the treatment like originally, and what's it like now?
Well, my treatment was I went through about 6 months of chemo shots in my stomach. You go 7 days on, 21 days off. Did that for about 6 months, and then I go into the hospital. I was in there, and that's more chemo, full body radiation, where they just kill all your blood cells, get everything out, all your white cells, all your blue. You just got nothing left.
Yeah.
And then my son was my stem cell transplant. I did not have a full donor out in the whole world or anything, so so he stepped up and did it, and then I was in the hospital about 28 days, I think.
Yeah, yeah. When you go through something like this, what is your biggest source of support?
You got to have a good caretaker.
Okay.
If you don't have a good, my wife she did stuff that wives shouldn't have to do, but she took care of me. And if you don't have a good support system, it's brutal. So,
yeah.
I mean, the only reason I kind of came on today, like I told you earlier, was if there's one person out there that's starting this whole process that doesn't know, it's scary when you hear that word cancer.
Sure.
But if one person or two people can see that, here's a guy that's 6, 7 years, and my doctor, Dr. McSweeney, who's like this scientist guy, he promised me 30 years I'll make it. Well, I just kept riding him until he finally told me what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with that. So
yeah, well, there you go.
Good for 30.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's great to hear. We only have like a few seconds left, but the knowledge that you have now, is there something that you would tell maybe your person 8 years before? Like, what would something would change or something like that, or?
No, that's part of maybe that's the part that where you learn a lot about yourself,
right?
Your family. You can do it. I mean, it's just. The first year, we couldn't even leave our house really, because you can't risk it. You have no immune system.
Yeah.
So that all you can do is just keep battling, and you can make it.
Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, very inspiring, Steve. Thank you for being here. Appreciate
thanks for having me.
Of course.
Right.
Thank you. And you can watch all of our interviews, by the way, on our website, cbscolorado.com.